Hello there, my name is Kate, aka Crafty Beldam, and this is the Craft Corner. Today we are going to make a apple slice mouse. It is just a cute, quick, simple pattern anyone can do if you just want to make a cute little toy. Everything I use today will be linked in the description below in a little more detail. All you'll need is a 5mm crochet hook, some cream yarn, a dark brown, a light brown, some dark green, either red or some green. I just have this little bit left, so I might use that. Whatever kind of apple you want to make, just pick your color, and you can do pink, orange, whatever sounds good to you. You will also need a tapestry needle, some scissors, and some safety eyes. These ones are just the 10mm eyes. You could go smaller if you want, just like big eyeballs. So let's get started. We are going to start with the cream color and chain 3 and slip stitch to the first chain to make a magic ring. Once you have your ring formed, chain 2, yarn over, and we'll do 5 half double crochets into your ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and give it a little tug on this tail here just to close that hole where we made the ring and make it a little snug. For the next row, chain 1 and turn, and 2 single crochets in each stitch. So 1, 2, 10, chain 1 and turn. We'll do 1 single crochet and 1 increase. 3, and repeat that. So 1, 2, 3, 15, chain 1 and turn. See, the little apple is starting to form. Row 4, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2, then increase. 3, 4, 2 single crochets. 5, 6, and 20. So now you have 20 single crochets, and leave a long tail for sewing. We're gonna fasten off the light cream color. I'm actually going to use the red. Attach your new color. Single crochet into the same stitch, and single crochet in every stitch evenly around. So 2, 3, 4, 20, chain 1 and turn. For row 6, we are going to single crochet evenly across in the back loops. If you haven't done a back loop crochet before, all you do is, if you look at all the little V's here, we are going to, there's 1, 2, the one furthest from you is the back loop. So insert into that stitch, pull through, and that is your back loop crochet. So do that 20 times evenly. 2, 20, and fasten off. Leave a longish tail for sewing. Make 2 of these, and then we'll make the ears and the tail. So once you've made 2 apple slices, we'll just push those to the side, and we will crochet some ears. So using the dark green, I thought it would be like a cute leafy color. So you'll make 2 ears, and what we'll do is chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yarn over. So turn After you chain 6, turn and yarn over, skip the first stitch and half double crochet in the remaining 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And with this little bottom tail, just give it a tug and fasten off. Leave a little tail for sewing. Same when you pull this tail through, just give it a little tug down. That way it gives it a little bit of a curve. So go ahead and make a second one. Now we have 2 little mouse ears. Next, take your light brown. This will be for the stem, aka the tail. For this part, all you will do is chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fasten off. Attach the tail end here to your tapestry needle, and all I do is gently weave through the tail, just going in between each little V on the chain. Try to get a little closer there. Just pull up. There's the camera. Through and go back down. Now that it's at the top, I just like to make a little knot just to make sure it doesn't unravel. Just a gentle one. Not pulling too hard, just enough to kind of seal that off there. And then you have the little tail. So now that we have our mouse body done and all the little accessories, it is time to put him together. I'm going to start off by crocheting a couple little seeds on the sides. So with you want the back loops to be facing away from you, because that's going to connect both the sides. But using your dark brown and your tapestry needle, we're gonna follow this little curve here just with 3 seeds. So I just go in from the back and I'm gonna skip this first chain here and go into this little space and go through. That way it creates a little seed, and I just do that twice to make it a little thicker. That way you have 1 seed. Give it just a little tug. Now we'll go in from the back, just right above this, where you started the circle. And just skip 1 row. One more time. Pull through. So you have little seeds. We'll do 1 more, just at an angle off to the side. Right through there, pull through, and go right into this stitch above that row, and creates little seeds. Very cute. Very mouse. Maybe we'll go over 1 more time. So you got a couple little apple seeds, so pretty simple. The nice thing is too, we're going to be sewing these together, and you can either just leave your yarn or just cut it a little shorter, because we can just tuck it all in. I just like to go through the backs of the seeds and pull through just for a little added security, and then go ahead and just cut the yarn both sides. So now you have some seeds. We'll do that again on the other apple slice. Now we're going to place our safety eyes on both sides. Come here. And I am going to place mine 5 stitches up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll do 6. In between 5 and 6. Let's see if I can show that to you. Let me use my tapestry needle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right in between 5 and 6 is where I will put my eye. It's like doing a piercing. I'll just push that through. And you want to go just in between kind of the, you want to be in between where the cream meets the red. Look at that. So always double check to make sure. So on this side, be this way. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And make sure that looks good. I did scooch the safety eyes down just a row so they were more on the white, so they didn't they just felt like they were a little too close together, and then you can see them a little bit more now. So before we stitch the ears on, I'm going to start attaching the red. So I'll weave in a couple of these because it's a little messy. But get your longest red tail, and we're going to attach it along this ridge here. Just begin first, just weave into the bottom just to start bringing those pieces together, and then go through the outermost loop of the back loop and begin stitching together. I'm just going to skip ahead to when I'm finished weaving the ends through the top there. Be right back. So now we've got all our red fastened off. We're going to sew on the ears. See, I just kind of tucked all the yarn in there, and it kind of works out. Then you don't feel like you have a bunch of yarn scraps. The ears, how the ear is curving a little, you want it to put the curved side down and fasten it on. Just fasten it on. There's one stitch, so start fastening it on the stitches just right along this ridge here. You can just leave a little extra, tuck it in there. We've got one ear now, and we'll do the other side before we stitch up the bottom. There we go. Little mouse ears. Go ahead and cut the green off that one. Tuck it in. We're on the final countdown. Lastly, we will stitch on the tail. We're gonna go right at the bottom of the red to attach it to his little mouse butt. There we go. Passing that off. Just tuck it in. Since we have so much yarn stuffed in there, it kind of helps fluff it up. But I'm just going to use a teeny tiny bit of polyfill to puff him out a little bit more, especially like around his eyes, just so the safety eyes aren't bumping uglies in there. Yeah, you don't need too much, just a little bit. So now we are going to sew up the bottom to create our little apple slice. Make sure your stuffing is out of the way. So just fasten the two sides together. You can go through both stitches. Doesn't matter, just make it nice and snug. There we go. And here you have a little crocheted mouse apple slice. You can do a variety of colors if you want, or with the holiday season coming up, you can leave a little bit of string and hang it as an ornament. That would be a fun little project. Or just make a little pile. Have a little plushy pile of apples. Of course I had to do a pink one. It almost looks like a strawberry. But super cute nonetheless. So I hope that you enjoyed this pattern and it was easy to follow. I'm still trying to figure out how to make patterns. It's a lot harder than I thought because I think things and then it's hard to write them down because I just do it and then I'm like, what did I do? I'm sure you guys can relate. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the pattern and make your own little mousies. And I will see you on the next one. Bye!